What is up, all you beautiful butterflies? Welcome back to another CS News video. Thanks to all of you guys who have been sending me stuff. I'm going home in a couple of days, so then I'll resume the up-to-date current CS News. So by the time this video goes live, there's probably more stuff happening, which is good for us. I'm going to talk about NACS a little bit, and plenty of CS pros who are now calling out CS2 continuously. I know a lot of you guys have been leaving comments about the issues that CS2 has been undergoing, and they are prevalent, whether it be bugs and rubber banding and subtick and cheaters, the list, it goes on and on. If you guys have any complaints or issues with CS, make sure to leave a comment down below, because some of the pros out there, they might be agreeing with you. It is now Floppy, my man for Complexity, calling out potentially some issues with CS2 and the differences he feels now versus CSGO. He did this, though, with a detective-styled video, which the details of this kind of went a little over my head. Saying, did some testing during player break. Does the game feel the same for you guys too? It feels like some delay between the headshot animation and the body falling. Subtick or something, I don't know. Stable internet, decent ping, shouldn't feel like this. Love y'all. Counterstrike, to which tons of people had their replies, and many of them saying they had similar issues as well. And again, when it comes to latency versus subtick versus rubber banding, I am not your expert, guys. Please take this with a grain of salt. We talked about last week, though. Stewie had a clip out there calling out Counterstrike for something very simple, or similar, I should say, and people were not sure if that was also rubber banding or if that was latency or subtick as well. I know you experts out there can correct me in the comment section down below, but again, pro players are complaining for a reason. Pro players usually also have pretty decent PCs and pretty decent internet.
Upside.
What? Bro, what was that, bro?
Alright.
Bro, what the fuck am I playing?
And it wasn't just Floppy, and it wasn't just Stu, and it wasn't just JL, but now we hear from someone like Ropz, who might just be the most analytical pro player out there. Even him, I believe in a FaZe Clan TikTok, eventually just says, CS2 sucks. And people are bringing up that maybe he had said previous comments that CS2 is better than CSGO. I would imagine that was the assumption he was making, because it was it's meant to be a better game. Guys, I imagine he presumed that Counter-Strike 2, the new game, would be better than CSGO. Can you presume wrong and then find out later that it is not the case? Yes, and that's totally fine. At least he is speaking his truth on how he feels about CS2 right now.
Bunny up being removed from the game, I think, is just a punch to the fan base and to the players who play all the movement modes like KZ, Surf, B-opping. The official games, you can like hit B-ops and make some funky tricks.
One is under the one that you're take there.
Just be out make up like a flashy play or something. So that was always an option, but nowadays you can't. And I mean, it just sucks. CS2 sucks.
And again, a lot of people agreeing with Ropz. I'm going to dive in the Reddit comments because, Reddit is what it is, but some of y'all are very smart, and some of y'all also agree with Ropz and have a lot of good opinions out there. Ropz really said it how it is without sugarcoating when it comes to movement. As he talks about the movement community, we talk about the community maps in general, and that side of things, the more casual player base who loves those community-styled maps, certainly missing out. Someone said, in my opinion, he maybe waited enough time so he could say it confidently, given how it's been since his access access to CS2, the feeling of sorry, but I can't pretend this is not a complete mess and stay quiet just keeps growing among pros. For me, that mutual sentiment sucks even more than the game itself. Another saying my biggest gripe is how they completely got rid of the community side, which is what always made the game feel alive. There were always populated community servers with a large variety of game modes. That's where I met most of the friends that I play with. They didn't even bother to implement a server browser at all. Yet another saying, Ropz was one of the first pros to take CS2 launch and premiere seriously and actually grind early on. Was so fun watching. Then 2 to 3 weeks later, quit and gave up for good once he realized it was all BS and filled with cheaters. So yeah, plenty of pro players out there currently having issues with the game state of CS2. We will keep on mentioning on this channel. You guys can keep on mentioning, your constructive criticism, complaints, whatever it might be about the game. But still, it's crazy because you have all these complaints. I mean, it is endless, the comments you could read out there, but the game is still doing great player base wise. Like it is actually insane how influential Counterstrike is. They can do everything wrong and still people will pay and play at the same time. And hopefully with the continuous pounding from pro players, something will be fixed eventually. And I only have small updates on the esports side of things for all of you guys in roster shuffle and all the trade news out there, because by the time this goes live, unfortunately, some of this might be outdated. Although Cloud9 has been heavily speculated as to exactly who they might be signing. I mean, it seems like Icy from OmCall is going to be a guarantee because the controversy they had of player conduct, apparently scrimming with Cloud9 while still in contract with OmCall. And then OmCall was like, you know what, you probably should sit on the bench for a while. And, well, he's probably still going to go to Cloud9 after all of that. And then there's still some sprinkles, maybe Inters, maybe some others. I think someone said as well, Heavy God finishing out this roster. But it's as it stands, me recording, we got 2 people. We got Boomich, my man, the Christmas singer himself, and Axile, and they still need 3 more to round out this roster, so we await and see. And then, of course, Cloud9 Jack. Is it about time we finish the CS roster? Yes, it is. It literally is. We have some roster windows closing. You actually have to, and I'm sure you have by the time this video is out, Jack. So we'll see. That'll be next video. And then some speed shuffle news out there. We did have NRG finally sign Nitro. I am excited for this, but I think we await and see the level that Nitro's actually out, bouncing back and forth between CS, Valorant, CS, whatever the eventual transition was. He's back home. That's all that matters. And I hope he's back and motivated, and we'll see how that roster does turn out. Alongside that, we got bunches and bunches of liquid rumors out there. Thanks to KRL and his stream, he's been leaking a ton out there. Is it going to be Serato? Are they approaching him yet again, even after losing a fellow man, Skulls? Back to Furia he goes. So Serato, they still want a star on that team, and he is maybe still denying this roster. And then other people saying Ultimate, apparently a more of an unknown name out there, to maybe join this roster as well. I don't know. We await and see. I do apologize, guys, for a bit of a quicker video out there, but we are trying to pack up and travel home. We got a nice 30 hours of travel, but I will be super excited to be back and covering more of those clips out there, more of the stories, and more of the roster shuffles. Thank you all for subbing, leaving comments. I do appreciate you guys. Drink some water and coffee for me, okay? And I'll see you back here for the next CS News video. Take care. Bye. Love.